Chapter 2, Biological Classification. In this is video number 6, where we are going to talk about viruses, viroids and lichens. Children, these three groups, viruses, viroids and lichens, were not given any place in the classification, as they are considered as acellular organism. So we'll first talk about viruses. Viruses, as I told you, were not given any place in the classification, as they are not actually truly living. These organisms, they do not have any cell structure, so they are not considered as living organisms. So these viruses are actually what? Non-cellular organisms, and outside the cell body, outside the organism, they behave as a inert crystalline structure. And once when they enter into the body of a living organism, then they use the machinery of that living organism, the cell of that living organism, and replicate there, and they become living over there, and they kill the host. What do you mean by virus? Virus actually means venom. Venom means poisonous fluid. This name virus was given by Pasteur D.J. Ivanovsky. What did he actually recognized a disease in tobacco, which he named it as mosaic disease. These viruses are smaller than the bacteria. How do we know that they are smaller than the bacteria? Actually, they can pass through the bacteria-proof filters. Those filters through which bacteria cannot pass, but these viruses can pass. So this shows that they are smaller than the bacteria. Then scientist M.J. Bijernik, he demonstrated an experiment. He took out some extract from the infected tobacco plant, and that extract, that fluid, he brought that fluid in contact with the healthy plant. And if that healthy plant, when that healthy plant was brought in contact with that fluid, that healthy plant also became contaminated. So he said that this fluid is infectious, it is spreading infection. So he named that fluid as Contagium vivum fluidum, means infectious living fluid. Later on, scientist W.M. Stanley in 1935, he crystallized the virus. He could obtain the crystals of virus, and he saw that largely it contained proteins. And he also found out that these viruses, they were inert when they were outside the host cell. These viruses are, children, very, very specific. And I know today even small children in today's scenario, they know about what is virus. We are all going through coronavirus. So we all know about it. Viruses are obligate parasites. These viruses, they are made up of two things: outer protein coat and inner genetic material. The inner genetic material can be RNA or DNA. Children, remember, no virus can contain both RNA and DNA. Either it will be RNA or it will be DNA. So we say that the virus is made up of nucleoprotein. Nucleoprotein means the coat is made up of protein and the genetic material is nucleic acid. Protein is not infectious. The coat is not infectious. It's the genetic material which is infectious. Now, those viruses which infect the plants have single-stranded RNA as the genetic material. And those viruses which infect animals have either single-stranded or double-stranded RNA as the genetic material, or double-stranded DNA. Now, those viruses which infect bacteria are known as bacteriophage. You can see the structure of bacteriophage over here. This is the structure of bacteriophage. You can see it has a head, a collar, a sheath, and the tail fibers. So what is bacteriophage? It is the virus which infects the bacteria, that is known as bacteriophage. Now this is a tobacco mosaic virus. You can see these are green color, these are caspid, the protein coat. This caspid is made up of small caspomeres, large number of caspomeres. And this is the genetic material, the RNA. Viruses can cause many diseases like mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, AIDS. HIV virus causes AIDS. And plants, when they attack plants, they cause many diseases, and the symptoms which we see in a plant when it is attacked by virus, you will see mosaic formation either on the leaves, then leaf curling, leaf rolling, yellowing and vein clearing, dwarfing or stunted growth. Now let's talk about viroids. Children, viroids was discovered by T.O. Diener, and it's also infectious, and it is smaller than the virus. Rather, it is only free RNA. It does not even have protein coat. It is not surrounded by protein coat. For example, disease caused potato spindle tuber. These RNA in the viroids, they are of very low molecular weight. Now we come up to lichens. Lichens are symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. And when they are together, in lichens you cannot separate out algae and fungi, children. They are the algal component is known as phycobiont and the fungal component as mycobiont. The algal component is autotrophic and the fungal component is heterotrophic. Now because the algal component is autotrophic, it prepares food, it undergoes photosynthesis, and fungi provides shelter and absorbs the nutrient material and water for the algae. Students, many times you must have seen white color patches on the bark of trees. Especially when you go to outstations, especially hill stations, you see white color patches on the bark of trees. Those white color patches are lichens. These lichens are indicators of pollution indicators. Like they will only grow where there is no pollution. They will never grow in polluted areas. So children, today we have studied about the structure of viroids and lichen. This completes the chapter. Thank you.